Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, the Solana chart continues to grind higher slowly. Maybe let's start on the long-term chart. Just briefly, let's take a look at the weekly chart so that everybody is on the same page. The short time frame or the shorter time frame can be quite confusing without considering the bigger picture. And you can see here the Solana chart on the weekly chart, and you can see that the price is still consolidating just below that last or structural resistance level at $208. I would consider that a breakout point. Now again, it's 208, yeah, it's a bit of a range though. You know, the closed candles were more down here, most recently around 203. On the left hand side here, 2021, it was more like 200. So I'd say we've got a range between maybe $199 and yeah, more like $207, 206, 207. So between $199 and $206 we have a resistance range, and the price at the moment can't really get above, but it looks a bit like, at least here on the weekly, and let's just double check the daily chart, it looks a bit like a triangle pattern here. You can draw easily a trend line here. I mean, talking about an ascending triangle, it doesn't really look like an Elliott wave triangle, and it's just an ascending trend line hitting basically a horizontal resistance level. So people might call it an ascending triangle, not defined by Elliott wave guidelines, but it can be an ascending triangle from like more traditional TA point of view. And I mean, that's in line with forecast because the price is likely still going to push a little higher. The main purpose actually of showing you here the long-term chart is just to give you some clarity that this move up here is likely the third wave still of a 5-wave move up, which started in December 2022. So we're dealing here with, in yellow, which is the preferred scenario in the bull run, with a potential 5-wave pattern, but a 4-5 pattern is still missing. But we're currently not even we haven't completed the third wave yet. So once we break above that resistance range I just mentioned, it might take the price to the all-time high quite quickly, around $270, 270, and then we could from there at some point start the fourth wave. That support area for the fourth wave is not final, it's not fixed yet, it's flexible, fluid, and we'll have to move with the price as the price goes higher. This support area for the fourth wave will move with the price. Now that means in the third wave we should go a little higher. Then we should see a pullback which could be quite substantial, but we cannot define yet the support range. And then we could still get another move up in a fifth wave. The markets are really slow at the moment. So there's a lot of repetition in the different videos. I can't change that. It's just what the market is doing, right? It was like for several months it was very interesting. I know now it's getting a bit boring, but that could change quickly, you know. The idea is then here looking at the 1 hour time frame, obviously that we are still in this third wave. You actually see the third wave here. And within that third wave, we're obviously dealing with a 5-wave pattern, which started on the 23rd of January. And we have a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a wave 3 to the upside. A wave 4 might be completed, maybe it's still unfolding. That's the question we're dealing with on the chart right now. And then we could get one more high in a wave 5 of a larger degree third wave. And the next upside target is $225, then $237 and $270. If you remember or recall, the 270 level is the level I just showed you, basically as the all-time high target, or all-time high, not all-time high target, the all-time high resistance basically, okay, before we get to new all-time highs. So in the very short term then, we are somehow moving probably in this fifth wave of a larger third, or we are still in the fourth wave of that fifth wave of a larger third. So the question is, are we in the fifth wave of the fifth wave, or are we still in the fourth wave as per the white count? Both possible, both have to be considered. As I said in previous videos, there's a clear level that distinguishes between the two potentials. Both are bullish. It's up or up for me here on this chart at the moment, as long as we're holding the $131 level. That level gives you the risk, because only below that level I would have to take a more bearish perspective as per Elliott wave rules and guidelines. but there's an upper support area and the lower support area. So the idea that the fifth wave has started already, the fifth wave of the fifth wave, is basically a reasonable interpretation as long as the $169 level is holding. And that's also the level that distinguishes between the white and the yellow counts. And in the white count, we're still in that fourth wave. So it's the $169 level, which is important. Ideally, however, we don't even break below this last swing low that formed on Friday, which is this swing low, yeah, that formed at around $183. So as long as that level is holding, the focus can be on higher. I don't have a very reliable microstructure here. I mean, there are many options that could apply here. What did we talk about? We highlighted, okay, possibly this is an A, B, and we're now moving up in the C wave. And the C wave could be an ending diagonal, so it could be quite messy here what's going on. But what I can tell you, because the microstructure is a bit unclear, the third wave should ideally reach $223 plus. If we don't get there, then I would consider any price top that's forming as a B wave top. But I'm leaning towards the yellow count at the moment, especially as long as we're holding above the Friday low. And 223 is the next upside target for basically for the third wave. And there should be some structural resistance as well as Fibonacci resistance around $210. That's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.